Hi, I'm Colby Cook. I'm one of the creators of the web series S.O.T.A, Soldiers of the Apocalypse. Today I'm going to give a talk about behind the action for the show. We have a lot of action sequences in this show, but on this particular episode it was a 9-page action sequence. So it's pretty daunting, but we had to be well prepared. One of the first things we did was we went to the location early, and when we not only scoped it out, but we actually went through and acted out what the characters would actually be doing through the action sequence. We did this because we wanted to see how it would cut together. Also, I have a particular shooting style with this as a director. It devised this idea which I like to call the fifth soldier. It works for the show because a lot of the time you'll notice you're always following one or all four of the soldiers. This is because I wanted the audience member to feel like they're really a part of the squad, they're really in there. And although you're not actually there, you're going to feel like you are. So when you're following one of these soldiers and gunfire is coming at you, you're going to feel like bullets are whizzing by your head and debris flying up next to you and you could get hit. Because at every moment these soldiers are in that whenever they're being fired at. There's that risk of being tagged by a bullet. A lot of the preparation that went into this was just figuring out the shots and figuring out one location to the next. There's actually 20 plus scenes in this episode. It should flow quite fluently and the audience members won't even really notice. It almost seemed like one big location. But when you're shooting an action sequence like this, things have to keep changing around them because it is actually in fact a chase scene. So they're flying, they're running from one area over to the next, and that's a lot of area you got to cover. So if we were to shoot all that in the same spot, the audience would see that, quite obviously that's not really much of a chase because they're kind of sitting around in one area. So location changes quite a bit. One of the other things you're going to notice is the quality of the show. So when we went and showed up the location early, we shot with a DV camera. But on set we actually used an HD camera, which is high definition. So one of the big demands that we have with ourselves with the show is to keep the quality really high so that the audience member is always kind of in the show and always impressed with the quality. Because there's nothing worse than watching a show that doesn't look good. The sound also is going to be of the highest quality possible too, because we don't want the sound to take you out of the show. Before the actual shoot, one of the big things that everyone had to go through was a type of boot camp where we had to learn how to, actually fire a gun and deal with weapons and move. So all the actors were prepared in that. And finally, then there were stunts. One of the big stunts is coming up, and this is an actual fall. There's no dummy used here. You can just see the commitment that's actually involved in this show. So anyway, I hope that's informative. I only had 3 minutes to talk, but follow us on www.sotaseries.com.